Shalom, shalom, shalom. Give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakitas the one said Apostle LGMS who was say to your argument they push the word in truth and sincerity, risking your freedom in your life to push this word more so now than ever before, for we're close to the end. This is back with a part two. Shalaki, something happened. I had to stop the video, but we're going back in. And it says Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthis attacked Saudi Arabia this week from Iraqi territory in coordination with Iraqi armed groups, according to the assessment by Saudi Arabia and regional partners, reflecting growing coordination amongst Iran-aligned militias, two officials in the region said. So, as you can see, Iran activated the Houthis in Yemen, and this is, I guess, the face of the Houthis. And now they have more advanced technology that they're striking Saudi Arabia. So, as you can see, it started from a small contained regional war with Iran and the U.S. Now it's expanding, all right? It's expanding to other countries in the area. First scriptures that pop in the minds, Joel, the 3rd chapter, all right? I read it from the top, Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. What does that mean? Bring again. When the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to restore the kingdom of Israel and deliver us out of the hands of our oppressors. At that time, which is now, because, Israel's waking up, Israel's being taught the knowledge of the Lord, rehearsing the righteous acts. So now is the time of giving the name of the Lord. Now is the time of mercy. Now is the time of mercy. So simultaneously, while this is happening, now all of a sudden, now that this gospel is being preached and damn near all over the world, World War III is literally on the brink, all right? Well, technically, we're like at the door of World War III, all right? Because now nations are ramping up to fight. Nevertheless, verse 2, I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, and, the Most High's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. So the Most High is bringing all nations down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where's that? In the Middle East, right? In that region right there, right? And it's the spirit, because this Iran shutting off the Strait of Hormuz and commanding the Houthis of Yemen to shut off the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. It cut off 40% of all oil exports in the world, all right? Now, we know, or you should know, that everything that's operated mechanically is needs oil, all right? Oil rules everything around the world. Anything with mechanical parts, all right? Whether it's for factories, whether it's for food delivery, cars, trucks, planes, you name it. Anything you can name, the electrical grid, use, motors and other things that require oil. All of these things need oil. Refrigerating units, heaters, the boiler rooms, the boil water to turn it to steam. Anything, cooking oil, anything that revolves around life needs oil. So it's a spirit that the Most High had Iran be the vocal point to trigger this war, because once nations realize they don't have oil or energy necessary to sustain their life, their society collapses. There'll be blackouts, people starving. Forget just blackouts, because fertilizer comes out of the Strait of Hormuz. They use LNG, which is liquefied natural gas. So all of this is affected by this war that's taking place. Essentially, going to force these nations to join the fight. All right, that's how the Most High Yahweh Shai is going to bring the nations down to the valley to fight. All right, and this is because of the controversy of Zion. for what you did to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites, all right? So it says, proclaim ye this, verse 9, Joel 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So the days of peace are over with, all right? The days of peace are over with. And it's only going to get worse from here. So let's read a little bit more. The assessments, which differ from official accounts, indicate that members of Iran's so-called axis of resistance have deepened their ties and ability to inflict damage to the U.S. allies in the region, despite years of U.S. and Israeli strikes on them from Lebanon to Iran after Hamas 2023 attack on Israel. So they deepen ties, and they have this misconception that because they was bombing the Houthis, which they was bombing nothing but mountains, they ain't really do nothing to them. They dug in, what we call dug in, which is all their military equipment is literally underground. You cannot hit them. So the Most High, put a trick bag on Babylon, got caught in the snare, and now, they got to fight. And there's really no way to win against Iran. And then, not to mention, if they didn't start causing too much damage, Russia gets involved and China gets involved. And then all other nations, NATO, it'll be NATO versus BRICS, all-out war. So it says, Slovakia, the attacks included strikes on oil facilities in Saudi Arabia, Eastern Province, the kingdom's main crude hub. So since that happened, and I just showed you last video of them striking and hitting an oil facility in Saudi Arabia, gas prices are going to shoot up, all right? So we can expect to see, a jump in $1 of gas. And soon, before September, October, gas prices might hit $8 to $9 unleaded, all right? Most people are not going to drive. It'll cost too much to move their cars, all right? Most people will sell their cars because it just costs too much, all right? See, once you start attacking oil facilities, you want to crash the global economy, making it essentially impossible for you to get oil, all right? So these are the times that we're living in. Saudi Arabia carried out joint airstrikes with the United States on Iraqi sites on Wednesday that it said were linked to the attacks, officially blaming Iraqi armed groups aligned with Iran. Yemen's Houthis have said they carry out attacks. Iraq has said it is investigating. The officials in the region who said some of the attacks were carried out from Iraqi territory jointly by the Iraqi groups and the Houthis added that it was under the supervision of the Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard. Right, so these nations are getting sucked in, man. These nations are getting sucked in. All right. Second Ezra 6 and 7. The fire. 6 and 7. 16 verse 7. A fire sitteth among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So the plagues, man, famine, death, destruction, all right, you name it, is coming to a city near you, globally, all right? It said, and who gonna turn them away? Nobody. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods? Or may anyone quench a fire in stubble when it had begun to burn? Right, this is all rhetorical questions, meaning nobody. It's impossible. May one turn again an arrow that is shot of a strong archer, referring to a nuclear missile. But it's really a rhetorical question. These things you can't undo when it's done. So the point, the mighty Lord, verse 8, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right? So essentially it's like, all right, these are rhetorical questions. You can't reverse any of these things. A hungry lion in the woods, fire that's kindled on stubble or ignited on stubble when it begins to burn. an arrow that's shot from a strong archer, you can't send it back to the archer, you know. So once the Lord sends those plagues, who's gonna drive him away? Who's gonna turn him away? And it says, if fire should go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He should cast lightnings, and who should not fear? He should thunder, who should not be afraid. And this is exactly what's going on. So, you know, it's only going to get worse from here. The Houthis has joined the fight, shut off the Strait of Bab el-Mandab. So gas prices is going to even soar even further. And, yeah, man, time of trouble is here, brothers and sisters. So lean on the Lord, stay prayed up. We're going to continue to watch for the news. I'm going to do another video soon, give you an update what's going on. But let's see, man.